In today's episode, what we're going to focus on is how to get a job as a teenager. Okay. Now, I don't know if this video is for you personally or if this is for a teenager that you know and you're trying to find some ideas that can help someone that you know that's a teenager that needs a job. But what I can tell you is this: I'm an executive recruiter. And so every day I interact with people who are seasoned veterans. And I can tell you from firsthand experience that getting a job, period, is a difficult task. Okay. It doesn't matter if you have 20, even if you have 20 or 30 years up under your belt, going through the job interview process and being able to show people the value that you can offer on a job is just a difficult task in general. But when you're a teenager and you don't really have any work experience, it adds another layer of complexity to the process. And so, you know, what I want to do in this video is essentially share some ideas with you that can help you if you're a teenager and you're looking to get a job. Okay, and you want to be able to get a job fast. I'm going to share with you some ideas that can help you be able to do that. Okay, let's talk about it. Welcome to another episode of Career Strategies. My name is Rodney Hughes, Mr. 100%. And on this channel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you strategies for advancing your career, regardless of what level you're at in your career. Okay. So if you like my content, you like the stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you, then I want you to go ahead, join the family, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit that bell so you can get the notifications, because I'll be dropping new content on a daily basis. Okay. So again, what we're talking about in this video is how to get a job as a teenager. Okay, so here's what I want you. Let's start here. Okay, as a teenager, you know, the thing is it's kind of a gift and a curse. Okay, in a sense, it's not really a gift and a curse. Maybe that's a little harsh. Okay, as a teenager, you have some great things going for you, and you have some not so great things going for you. Okay. The great thing that you have going for you is that people don't expect you to be a rock star coming into when you go to apply for a job. Okay. See, with a lot of the seasoned professionals that I deal with, you know, you have to have your perception in order. Okay. You have to be able to show people that you can hit the ground and hit the ground running. As a teenager, for the jobs that you qualify for, oftentimes they're not expecting you to wow them that much. Okay. Essentially, they're just looking for a body to be in that position, and they're looking for somebody who's trainable. Okay. So that's a great thing for you. Okay. Because you don't have to be overly concerned with having to seem like you're the perfect person in the world. Okay. Like a lot of seasoned professionals have to do. But on the flip side of that, okay, the difficult thing is that if you've never gone through a job interview process before, all of this is going to be very new to you. Okay. And so, and I know that can be, it's going to require you to get out your comfort zone. And I know that it may not necessarily feel that comfortable right up front. But again, so what I'm going to be sharing with you here are just some ideas that I want you to keep in mind that can actually help you as you go about trying to find a job. Okay. And the things I'm going to share with you are things that if you implement it, okay, and you make it, you take the information I give you, you try to understand it, and then you try to make it your own and make it fit your personality. I promise you, it will exponentially improve your odds of being able to get a job, and get it quickly too. Okay. So let's start here. The very first thing I want to start with, and it's so important, especially for you as a teenager and you're just embarking on trying to find a new job. I want to start by helping you understand the #1 guiding principle of all success in the job interview process. Because if you understand this, it will set the tone for all the success that you desire. Okay. So the #1 guiding principle of all success in the job interview process is that the company is only looking to do one thing and one thing only, right? There's only one reason on God's green earth why any company would ever hire anybody. It doesn't matter whether it's an entry-level position or whether it's the CEO of the company. And if you don't understand this, then you're actually set up for failure regardless of what you do, whether you're writing your resume, whether you're interviewing on site, doesn't matter. Okay. So here it is. The #1 guiding principle of all success in the job interview process is solving problems. Okay. You need to filter everything you say, You need to filter everything you do. You need to filter everything you write through the lens of solving problems. Okay? Because I promise you, the only reason they're looking to hire somebody is because they have a series of problems that they need help solving. They have a series of problems that they need somebody to come in and focus on so that they can get those problems solved. Okay? This is so vital. Okay? Because if you understand this at a core level, it will help you stand out from all of your competition. Okay? If you go in and you understand that, I promise you, it will make the world a difference. Okay? The next thing that I want to tell you here is when you're a teenager, okay, you can't really sell too much from a skill perspective because you probably don't have a lot of skill at this point. Okay, right? So what you have to sell though is actually far more valuable than skill. Okay, you have a great attitude that you can sell. Okay, just like this picture says, attitude is everything. You hear people say these little cliche things like your attitude will, your attitude will lead to your altitude or something like that. I forgot how the exact saying goes. No, your attitude will determine your altitude. Okay, there you go. I just messed that all the way up. Okay. So anyway, yeah, your attitude will determine your altitude. So what that essentially means is if you have a great attitude, you will oftentimes end up progressing in your career and moving to higher heights. Okay. And I tell people all the time, like when I'm dealing with candidates that I'm looking to get placed, I always want them to understand that, look, it is easy finding skill. Okay, I deal with people that have PhDs every single day. It's really not that impressive to me anymore. Okay, now, not to say that having a PhD isn't impressive. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is because I deal with so many people who have PhDs. Listen, when I'm recruiting for a job that requires a PhD, what you got to understand is if that person has a PhD, every candidate that they're going to consider has a PhD. So it's not that impressive for that job. You understand? So the thing you got to understand is that there's a ton of skill and talent in the marketplace. Okay, it's so easy. I can't even express to you how easy it is to find people who have great skills. Super easy. Okay, but what's difficult to find is someone who has a phenomenal attitude. Okay, that's what you have to sell as a teenager. When you walk through the door, okay, you sell your attitude. Okay, sell your attitude. It's far more valuable than any skills that you have accumulated at this point. Okay, I don't care if you're a whiz kid. Okay, I don't care if your IQ is through the roof. Okay, let me tell you something. Attitude. Because think about it like this, right? Once you start working, okay, especially once as you progress out of, being a teenager and into becoming a young adult, and once you truly enter into the workforce, whether that's after high school or whether it's after college, what you got to understand is that the overwhelming majority of your working hours are going to be spent working a job. Okay, you're going to spend more time with your coworkers than you probably will with your family in a lot of instances. Okay, so because of that, nobody wants to be around somebody in a work environment that they can't stand being around, right? Nobody wants to be around somebody that they have to constantly tell them to do things over and over again. Nobody wants to be around somebody who has a depressing attitude, okay? And so what you have to sell when you walk through that door is that you have a coachable attitude, that you have, that you're willing to learn anything that you need to learn, that you're willing to go over and beyond to get the job done, that you're willing to put your best foot forward every single day. See, if you can help the person that you're interviewing with understand that you have a can-do attitude, that you have an attitude of getting things done, that you have an attitude of trying to contribute the best that you possibly can, I promise you, every hiring manager in America is looking for that type of person for an entry-level position. Okay, for sure. Okay, they're looking for people. They're looking for winners. They're looking for people who have that potential. Okay, and if you can show them that in the interview, you have such a huge competitive advantage. It's crazy. Okay, so always remember, attitude is everything. Okay, you gotta have a great attitude. Okay. The next thing I want you to understand is this, because you're probably going to need to write a resume. Okay, and so in the description area below, I will share a link that will tell you some things about how you can write a resume. But understand this, okay? Because especially as a teenager, if you feel like you haven't really done a whole bunch, you have to be creative in writing your resume, and you have to understand that experience is experience is experience. And so what I mean by that is you may not have the exact experience that a company is looking for, but what you have to do is you have to look for correlated experience. So maybe as a teenager, maybe you have played in sports. And so maybe you can leverage some of the experience that you had in some of the leadership positions or whatever that you've done in a sports arena and include that on your resume. Or maybe you volunteered for an organization. Maybe you can include that on your resume, right? You have to look for these non-traditional ways to find the experience that most correlates with what they're looking for. Okay, and you want to have that on your resume, because what you do not want to have is like a one-sentence resume like please hire me or something along those lines. Okay, and here's the reality. Okay, when it comes to like writing a resume and so forth, the video the link that I'm providing beneath this video can help you. Okay, but the reality is there's like a million different videos you can probably find on YouTube for how to write a resume as a beginner or as a teenager. Okay, and so any of those will suffice, because quite honestly, the last slide that I just went over with you as far as the attitude, that's what matters the most. Okay, but here's the other thing that I want to share with you. Okay, this is the lethal weapon right here. Okay, I promise you this is the lethal weapon. If you want to get really quick results as a teenager, like you really want to get hired, here's what I would recommend. Okay, I would go and buy a suit. Okay, buy a suit of some sort, whether you're a male or a female. Okay, you want to buy a suit, a conservative suit. Okay, that looks something like these suits right here. All of these are conservative suits. Okay. Buy a suit, invest in that. If you don't have the money, ask your parents or ask somebody you know to help you go buy a suit, okay? And it doesn't have to be an expensive suit, okay? It just needs to be a conservative suit, okay? Get that suit, put it on, okay? I would plan out a few companies where you want to get a job, okay? And I would walk in and I would ask for the hiring manager, okay? I would have a copy of my resume and I would walk into that store and I would ask to see the manager. When you see that manager, I would introduce myself to that manager. Hey, my name is Rodney Hughes. I wanted to stop by and introduce myself to you. I'm very interested in having an opportunity to work at your business. And then pass that person your resume, okay? If you do this, okay, as a teenager, especially nowadays, I can't guarantee that you're going to get the job, okay? But if they're hiring, okay, you're going to like exponentially improve your odds of being considered for that job. And you know why? Because here's the thing. Most teenagers nowadays won't do what I'm telling you to do. Most teenagers won't go out of their way to get a suit, okay? Get a fresh haircut or a fresh, a fresh style if you're a young lady, okay? And walk in with your resume and introduce yourself to that manager. Nowadays, see, we're in the social media generation nowadays. Everybody wants to do stuff online, okay? But if you want to get a job fast and you want to eliminate easily 95% of your competition, for whatever that job is that you're interested in, do what I'm telling you to do right now. I promise you, it's like gold. Okay? Okay, it's going to improve your odds. Okay? You can't guarantee it. Can't guarantee you're going to get the job, but it will dramatically improve your odds. Okay? Because everybody else isn't willing to do that. All the other teenagers that you're competing against, most of them, I might even say 99% of the people that you're competing against aren't willing to do this. Okay? And by you doing this, you're showing initiative, and you're going back to showing what I call that great attitude, right? When you walk in and you're showing confidence, right? You walk in, you introduce yourself, you ask for the manager, and you say, hey, I just came, I wanted to stop by and introduce myself to you. I understand that you're hiring. Here goes a copy of my resume. I'm very interested in joining your team. I'm willing to go over and beyond to help you with whatever you need help with. You say something just along those lines. It doesn't have to be those exact words, but you show that type of initiative, man. All right. Watch what happens. That's all I'm gonna say. Watch what happens. Okay? I'm telling you, this is a killer strategy that I'm sharing with you. And if you use it, okay, you can thank me later. All right? Listen, hope you got great value out of the video. I think this is going to be a really valuable resource for you, especially if you're a teenager. I've created a course called Interview Prep University. Okay, it's 5 different courses that are going to teach you everything you need to know about going through the job interview process at whatever point you are in your career. Okay, I'm going to show you from point A all the way to point Z, and it's 100% free. It's a virtual training platform. You'll have access to it 24/7, 365. Okay, unlimited access. And so if you'd like to take advantage of this, all you have to do is go to www.interviewprepuniversity.com. Again, that's www.interviewprepuniversity.com. You can get access to it immediately for free. Okay. Listen, if you like this video, do me a favor, like this video, comment on this video. Tell me what your favorite part of this video was. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be sharing content on a daily basis that can truly impact your life and help you advance your career. All right. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video.